Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to learn about reaching the age of adolescence. This is the chapter 10 of your science textbook of class 8. Let's start this video. As the name of the chapter is reaching the age of adolescence. Here, what is the meaning of adolescence? Adolescence is a period of life when body undergoes several changes that leads to reproductive maturity. It is a period between the childhood and adulthood. That is, it's from 11 years to 19 years of age. During the period, the children are called as adolescents or teenagers. Now, what is the meaning of puberty? It is a set of changes during the adolescence that leads to reproductive maturity. What are the changes that occur during the puberty? First one is increase in height. At this time, bones of arms and legs elongate to make a person tall. Second one is change in body shape. In boys, basically shoulders and chest become broader and their muscles also grow during this age. And in girls, the region below the waist becomes wide. Third one is change in voice. In boys, we can see large voice box that protruding visible from outside, which is called as Adam's apple. During adolescence, the voice of boys become dense and sometimes it become very harsh. But don't worry, if your voice is harsh, after some months, it will be normal. And in girls, the voice become high pitched. Third one is increased activity of sweat and sebaceous glands. The secretion of sweat glands and sebaceous glands increases. Many young people get acne and pimple on faces at this time because of increased activity of their glands. Third one is development of sex organs. In boys, the testis and penis develop completely. The testis also begins to produce sperms. In girls, the ovaries enlarge and eggs begin to mature. Also, ovaries are releasing matured eggs. Next is mental, intellectual, emotional maturity. It is a time in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity of learning. The person feels more independent than before and also becomes self-conscious. A person may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. This changes the way of thinking of a person. And now, secondary sexual characters. In boys, they begin to grow facial hairs, that is, mustache and beards. They also have hair growth under chest and their private parts. In girls, the development of breast begins and the growth of hair in public regions. Now, glands. There are basically two types of glands. One is the exocrine glands and the endocrine glands. Exocrine glands. The exocrine glands releases their secretion outside the body. They have their ducts for their secretions. Their site of action is nearby the glands. And the another one is endocrine gland. Endocrine glands releases their secretion inside the bloodstreams and they are ductless for their secretion. Their site of action is anywhere in the body. Now, what are hormones? Hormones are the chemical substances that are responsible for the changes that occur in the body during the adolescence. These are the secretions of endocrine glands. Let's learn about certain hormones in males. The testes begin to release male hormone called as testosterone at the onset of puberty, which is responsible for the changes in the body of males. And in females, ovaries began to release female hormones called as estrogen or progesterone at the onset of puberty. Next, what is the role of hormones in initializing reproductive function? Here, a table is given in your textbook. Let's see this table. Hormones from pituitary stimulate testes and ovaries to release testosterone in male and estrogen in female. Then they are released in bloodstreams and they reach the part of the bodies which is called as target sites. Next, they stimulate changes in the body of onset of puberty. Now, what is the phase of reproduction in humans? The reproduction phase of life begins at puberty and generally it lasts till the age of 45 to 50 years. The ova begins to mature with the puberty. One ovum matures and is released by one of the ovaries, hence it about 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall of the uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg in case it is fertilized and begins to develop. This results in pregnancy. If the fertilization does not occur, the released egg and the thickened lining of the uterus along with blood vessels are shed off. This causes bleeding in women, which is called as menstruation. Menstruation occurs once in about 28 to 30 days. The first menstrual flow begins at puberty. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops. This is called as menopause. How is the sex of a baby determined? It means how it is determined that a baby is boy or a girl. As we all know, in human beings there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of this 23, there are 2 pairs of chromosomes which are called as sex chromosomes. They are named as X and Y. A female has 2 X chromosomes, whereas a male has 1 X chromosome and a Y chromosome. Here I have an egg and a sperm which containing X chromosome. If these both fertilizes, then the baby born will be a female. And if here I have an egg and a sperm with Y chromosome, and if these both fertilizes, then the baby born will be a boy. Now, balanced diet. Now, what is balanced diet? We have also learnt about it in our previous classes. Simply, balanced diet is a diet which includes all the nutrients in adequate amount of all food groups. It includes fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy products, proteins and many more. It does not include too much or too little of any kind of food. A balanced diet is good for an adolescent because a balanced diet can give all the nutrients required by an adolescent. During adolescence, a person should not eat any packed food like Lays, chips, biscuits, etc. as these do not contain adequate amount of nutrients that adolescent needs. Do our body only have sex hormones? And the answer is no. Our body also have various hormones other than sex hormones. The certain examples: thyroxine, adrenal, insulin, growth hormone, etc. Okay, here are 2 conditions for you. Ram's auntie has a big and plunging throat. Can you guess that she is suffering from which disease? Yes, it is goiter. Goiter is caused due to the lack of the hormone named as thyroxine. This hormone is released from thyroid gland. You have seen many people suffering from diabetes. Do you know due to lack of which hormone diabetes is caused? So here is the answer for you. The answer is insulin. Now where this hormone is released from? This is released from one and only the pancreas. Do you know why we fear, why we laugh, what our emotions come from? One and only hormone is responsible for this, and that is the adrenaline. This is released from the adrenal gland. It helps the body to adjust to stress when one is very angry, embarrassed or worried. Now the thyroid gland, adrenal, pancreas secrete their hormones when they receive orders from the pituitary gland. Do you know that pituitary gland is the master gland? In the order of this gland, every hormone is released. Pituitary also secretes growth hormone, which is necessary for the normal growth of a person. Next topic: role of hormones in completing the life history of insects and frogs. Do you know how this tadpole transforms to an adult frog? The simple and the right answer is due to or the insect hormone. But in frogs it is thyroxine. If in the water the iodine is not in sufficient amount, then a tadpole cannot transform into an adult frog. Thyroxine production requires the production of iodine. due to which if the water has not sufficient amount of iodine, then the tadpole cannot transform to an adult frog. Now, personal hygiene. During adolescence, what personal hygienes should you take? Certain personal hygienes is that you should be hygienic. That means you should do brush every day, you should take bath every day, you should wash your face regularly during adolescence, because due to increased activity of sweat and sebaceous glands, your body temperature is high. If you don't wash your face, you might get pimples or acne in your face. And you should also do regular exercise during adolescence. Congratulations, you have completed the chapter. This is the end of this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Knowledge Hub by Usha. Thank you.